A big development tonight in the football hazing scandal at Susan E. Wagner High School on Staten Island. The City Department of Education has agreed to lift the suspension of football activities. CBS 2's Tony Aiello live near the courthouse in St. George with this late-breaking development. Tony.
Well, with no practice this week, tomorrow's game against Port Richmond has been indefinitely postponed. But tonight, the Falcons of Susan Wagner High School are celebrating a victory that saves their season.
Their hopeful huddle at an emotional news conference paid off 3 hours later when attorney Rich Luthman announced a deal had been reached on the suspension of football activities.
The suspension of practices, meeting, and games for both the junior varsity and varsity programs at Wagner High School has been lifted, effective immediately.
The suspension was put in place at Susan E. Wagner High School 3 days ago after allegations of hazing at football summer camp in upstate Columbia County. Players allegedly hit with a broom, shot at with a BB gun, and phallic symbols drawn on them with magic marker. Parents of players who were not implicated in the hazing scandal immediately protested their sons were being treated unfairly.
Football shouldn't be taken away from anybody. You know what I'm saying? A sport, it keeps the kids together. It teaches them so much.
It's really an injustice for us to have to fight to play what we've been working for so hard this whole season.
Parents hired an attorney who appealed to Mayor de Blasio and prepared to file suit. Late Friday, the city agreed to lift the suspension while continuing to investigate the hazing allegations.
There were calls made from the highest levels of city government.
Absolutely.
And I'm very, very happy and I feel faith in our city government and our education system.
Going to be tough to move on from the controversy of the week?
No, it'll be a push. It'll help us. It'll help us throughout the season.
So the Falcons' first game will be a week from tomorrow against Tottenville. Still, 2 volunteer coaches and 4 or 5 students reportedly have been suspended because of these hazing allegations. The school administrators say they are adding additional supervisors to all practices, meetings, and games for the rest of the season. Live in St. George, Staten Island, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Tony, thank you.